All right, hey, what's up, guys? I'm super excited to go over our December 2018 facility coaching development training for you. This is, in my opinion, a super valuable piece that I hope you're using regularly. It's going to help train everyone to deliver the programming better to your members, because this is the big retention tool. Right? We have the other side of the house where we're working on the back end, sales, marketing funnels, etc. You absolutely have to have that. You have to be able to know how to update everyone's stuff in Zen Planner and write good emails. All of that absolutely has to happen. But on the side of service, where I want to really start spending my time focusing with everyone here and diving in really, really deep in this coming year on service and retention for your members. And this is where it starts. So for December, we're actually going to be doing a lot of training for the start of 2019. And what does 2019 in the beginning generally bring for everyone? New people and returning people, whether they start in January or maybe even February. Sometimes it comes a little later. People think they can do it on their own and they go, I need professional help. They come to you. So this training here, we actually broke it down just into 3 parts today because each one's a lot more dense. It is going to be designed around helping everyone deliver amazing and world-class service for the upcoming year. The first one we're going to do is we're starting with a leadership principle, and this one is about building good gym culture, is something we're always going to try and focus on, and helping you as coaches really be looked at as leaders in your community, and not just because we say, oh, hey, we have world-class coaches, because every gym says that nowadays, so it means nothing, is that we actually are coaches that people want to follow, and they want to hang on your every word and know more about what you know. That's what we want, right? I want that to be in the culture of the gym, that when you talk, everyone listens, and not because you do it because you're going to yell at everyone and give them a burpee penalty, but because what you know about solving their real pain points is so fascinating and accurate, and you care so much that they want to know that, and they are excited to be there for the best hour of their day. So the first one we call POGO, and it's P-O-G-O. And what this is, it's a great tool to start to understand who your members are. I know we know them, but do we know them in a really systematic and duplicatable way that isn't just predicated on, well, Jeff cares a lot, Tim doesn't care as much, so he's going to have a better understanding of people. We have to have a system for understanding them, and this is a really solid tool to do that. It can be tricky to get to know every person in the gym because we have, group classes. Right? People have started at different times. Someone came in because they want to compete in CrossFit. Someone came in because they wanted to lose 100 pounds. Right? It's very different stuff happening. How do we communicate this to them? The way the drill goes is POGO, P-O-G-O. It's personal, organizational, what is their goal, and what is their obstacle. And that's what we have to try and solve for each person there. Everyone is there for some reason. No one is there giving you $200 to $400 per month because it's like, yeah, I didn't know what else to do with the money. I thought it'd be really funny to pay this, and I have an hour to kill. They might say that, and I want to say, what's the real reason you're here? I have to dig to that real reason of it, right? If someone says they want to lift heavier, there is the reason they say, oh, it's going to be good for my bones, etc. And there's the real reason. I feel like a man when I can lift heavy. So we want to get to those real reasons, and this is a great tool to start. I put up a fake avatar here. His name is Jeff. He's actually fake name, but a similar person that I know that's a super type A personality. He's 42 years old. He's married with 3 kids. That's who he is as a person. So there could be, he's 25, single, fresh out of college, right? Looking for a job. That's what is their personal, who are they kind of on paper there. Organizational is what sorts of clubs and things they do for work. This could be churches they're involved in, what they do for volunteer, how they spend their free time, etc. So Jeff is a lawyer, actually a partner in a law firm. He coaches his kids' baseball team also because he has 3 kids. He wants to be a good example to them, right? His goal is to lose weight and to lose his dad bod. That's what he wants. So he sees people doing CrossFit, and he sees they're jacked, and he wants to be jacked. Right? He also used to be an athlete when he was younger in high school, played a bunch of sports, so he has that either going for him or against him. And what is his obstacle? Well, he's 42 years old with 3 kids and a wife, and he's a partner in a law firm, right? Time, number 1. Number 2, he's got dad bod. Why is that? Usually diet, right? Poor diet. I guarantee he's overeating too many carbs and sitting at his desk not burning them, right? Right. And then he's overreaching in his workout. So what we mean by overreaching is, they used to call it overtraining, but that's really a different term. Overreaching means he used to be an athlete. He's type A personality. He wants to do really great stuff. But he sees you putting 135 on the bar. And he should be doing 95-pound hang cleans, let's say, right? And you can do 135 because you're awesome, right? So what happens to his workout? The workout was meant to be something with barbell cycling that we can keep moving. It's, right, 40 double unders, 20 sit-ups, 10 hang power cleans, 15-minute AMRAP, let's say, right? Now he does that. He does hang power clean, drops it. Hang power clean, doesn't get his wrists up because he hasn't been coming, he's inflexible, right? Drops it. So now he's really doing CP work, but his ego got in the way to try and do that. So now he can't make this workout something that was sustainable to help him lose fat, right? That's what, because his goal is to lose his dad bod. So let's dive in deeper now. This is Pogo. That's how it goes. Staying with this information, we can start to see what his motivations and challenges are, right? This isn't the end all, it's the starting point. What does he face on a daily basis just to get into the gym, right? Does Jeff maybe come 5 minutes late sometimes? Sure, right? Does a 50 burpee penalty work for him? I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of that when it's people that they're trying to get there, right? If I see him outside eating a donut and they're late, then sure, that's a jerk move. But he's probably rushing here, rushing in and out, etc. He's trying to get it in 2 or 3 times a week, right? He's short on time. He's also trying to be a good role model, though, right? Why does he want to get rid of his dad bod? The same reason he wants to coach his kids' baseball team. He's not a baseball coach, but he wants to be a good leader for them. He wants to show them, hey, dad still got it, right? So while this might be the good makeup of that personality that makes him a good lawyer, it can actually be preventative for him to listen to your coaching. I can do that. I used to be able to do it. I know I can do it. Well, that's what the ripped guy is doing. He's doing 135, so I want to get ripped. Ipso facto, I'm also doing 135. Well, that's not what got this person ripped. They were consistent in their training, right? They eat really well, they recover, and they're coachable. Those are the hallmarks of what makes someone ripped. And then they can do more things because they are consistent, right? Not magically putting it. Otherwise, everyone put 135 on the bar. Done. Simple. You're all ripped. You're ripped. Look under your seat and you're ripped, right? So this may cause him to overreach. He may have poor energy from work. He may not eat well and fuel well. Why the dad bod is there, it's also a sign of high stress. When guys start to store fat here and women store it here, is a sign of stress response. And so those are big ones. When they go, I'm getting in shape, my arms are good, why can't I lose my gut? Sleep is bad, right? Diet is bad. All these things are starting to work together. And they can have another negative effect. And then what does Jeff do? Does he take it internally or does he push back and he goes, your training isn't good? And you're like, I coached the crap out of that class. That class was awesome, right? But that's how people think and work. So we want to know these parts so we can help them do it. So the drill is this, and it's 2 parts. First, as a group, one coach is going to name a member. Any member, you'll say, hey, here's Sally. Right? That's a common name in 2019, I guess. I guarantee someone here is Sally watching this. Now I'm a jerk, right? You're going to name a member. You'll say Sally so-and-so. And then another coach has got to pogo them. Obviously, if one person coaches at 8:30 and it's 5:30, maybe that's not quite fair. But someone they reasonably should be able to do this, or they're in charge of doing this with. They should be able to pogo them to the best of their ability. Sally, she's 45 years old, got 1 kid, she's divorced, she's just started dating again, etc. She is a school teacher. Her goal is to be out of pain and to go on a cruise this summer. That's her big goal. And her obstacle, like most people, ends up being time, diet. She's unsure of her workout. She's very timid. She's someone that you're like, add 5 pounds, and she's like, nah, fam, no, sorry, not doing it, right? So we're gonna pogo them. That's the first step. Go around the room a couple times and do this. It's pretty fun. We used to do a burpee penalty with it, just like as a joke of if I name someone and I go, oh, name, Beth, and you're like, I can't do it. And we should know people. If we don't know what they do, that's kind of a jerk move, right? They're here. This is our place. We don't have a 10,000 person gym. We have a 200 to 400 person gym for most of us, right? So once we've gone through it, the second part is now to discuss how would you help use this info to help make them better training choices in the gym. Again, if it's Jeff, right, what type of training should Jeff be doing for body composition? Should he be doing sport even though he really wants to do, he probably physically could get by, like he used to be an athlete? No, he probably needs to do a lot of function work, right? Because he needs high time under tension to help make body comp changes, right? Doing heavy singles of a snatch, good for output, the body composition changes won't be there for him, right? He's also only coming a couple times a week, so he may not get the absolute strength work that supports strength, speed, or speed strength movements. Right? So we know that he may need that. How do we coach him on that? That's going to come up, right? What about his diet? Is he actually better off coming, hey, Jeff, I know you want to try and come 5 days and every day you're bummed out. Let's just pick 2 that we're going to be in. If you get a third one, then good. Like, what are the strategies you want to employ to help him not feel like he's a loser for missing out, but he's actually going, hey, I made it. I was successful. Good, a little more. Are we going to give him the most detailed macro plan ever? He's going to want it, right? But does he have the time and the space to do it? It might be, does he need meal delivery service? Just don't even think, just eat this. That might be a great choice for him. It might be, hey, can he pack a lunch every day? I get breakfast maybe he can have made. Can he just somehow talk to his wife or hire someone to make a lunch for him to do it? So he's not now jumping into Chipotle thinking he had 500 calories and really he had 1450, right? We know how that goes. So what are strategies we can do to help him do it? And it may not be the most advanced technique we know. It might be something really simple. Hey, let's, I know you're going to eat at your desk. Can you chew every bite 28 times? Cool. That's going to slow him down, right? Keep him out of stress response. So what can we do to help him get there and overcome that obstacle is where I want you to think of. And how do we communicate that to these people? So like I said, there's a lot here. Pogo is best done really anytime, but it's great before class. You need to know everyone. It's not great. I mean, the warm-up, you can do it. Hey, tell us all what you do for work. Tell us all what you do for this. That's fine, but I also think we really should be spending that time. Hopefully we've done that work beforehand. Now we can start training, right? And now, again, if it's, here's the workout is this way, during the warm-up, I'm trying to enroll him in everyone of, hey, we're going to be doing front squats here. We're going to be doing some of you higher time under tension. That's going to be for body comp changes. And because he's already had that conversation with you about that, he's helping solve the problem himself versus being like, I left to my own device, do whatever one you want. And he goes, doing sport, baby, going big, RX Plus. Where's the weight vest, right? Why? Because people that are jacked have a weight vest on. That's how it works, right? If you just wear a weight vest, you're automatically jacked. Okay, so that's the drill. It's really fun. It's an ongoing one we're going to be hitting on this year in this part, and it's one running the gym we do all the time. That's where it starts. So it's a really good tool for that. Number 2 is going to be movement and technique instruction, right? We didn't do an assessment warm-up piece on this month because this is really going to cover assessment and warm-up of assessing really who they are as a person. Number 2 is movement and technique instructions. And for January, we want to become masters of the basics. You'll see in the first week of the year, and starting this first cycle, it's going to be, it's pressing, it's basic movements. We're not doing a lot of hard, crazy stuff yet. We'll get into it. Of course, we always do. But we want people to know the basics are what bring you home, and having a good foundation, high time under tension, how that works, etc., is going to be very important for them. So what I want you to do is now focus on virtuosity in coaching these ordinary and basic movements, right? Because if we do an air squat and you're like, yeah, air squat, well, everyone can do it. It's simple, right? Beginners get instruction. Advanced people, we kind of don't make them dial it in anymore. So how do we make that interesting to someone who's advanced? How do we provide value for seeming parts of our training that don't have a lot of value or shock value, or they're exciting, right? Rope climbs are exciting because people were freaked out by them. But an air squat is more important, right? I'd rather someone be good at their air squat than rope climbs. But when someone's advanced, we stop coaching them on the air squat. Right? So they want to go where the coaching is. You'll coach them on the rope climb a bunch. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose 3 of what I call the essential CrossFit movements. That's our 9 fundamentals, other basics such as push-ups, pull-up, kettlebell swing, rowing, running, those type of jump rope can be in there, really basic ones that we would be focusing on for, say, fitness training. Or someone's coming back in that's deconditioned, that maybe they can play, but they need to start over, right? What you're going to do is you're going to have a coach. 2 coaches are going to partner up. One person's going to be the coach. One person's going to be whatever member to some avatar member you want. I want the coach to go over the movement from setup, points of performance, some faults and fixes. As a member, don't do it perfectly. Mess it up a little. I mean, don't be totally brain dead. Like just be kind of normal. Be someone that would be in their class. Help them through it, and then go through some reps. What I want you to do is not just give me the burpee down and up. Make it so I know that you have really mastery of coaching the burpee, right? What is something interesting on a push-up? Can you show me how prying your fingers apart and creating shoulder torque is going to give you additional leverage for the push-up? That's going to create more musculature that's involved in this movement, and also some stretch shortening to happen during this push-up to where you can get more reps in. If you can do something like that through these movements, that's really, really cool. And that's making the basics interesting. And when you can start doing that, now there's value in you explaining basic parts in the warm-up. And there's value in you explaining all these little idiosyncratic parts that we do. So that's the drill. Go through back and forth, partner up with different coaches. It should be fun. Pick a few different movements and challenge each other, right? Like I say here, you should be challenged to give in-depth detail and insightful coaching cues as you guys practice on each other, your potential members or current members. Okay, so that's the second part. The third part is program design and explaining that to our members. This is about getting people ready for the start of the year and enrolling them in their training. We have to constantly be enrolling people in their training, and there's a few reasons why. One, they're not experts. You are the expert. They're coming to you to be the expert. They are the member. They are. You might wad with them sometimes, sure, but you're still the expert and you're the leader. There's a difference there. That's the first one. The second one is reason they've probably found you is they like to look around. They're searching for stuff out there. So they probably still search around. Oh, I saw a thing. I'm on Insta. I saw someone who's jacked said to do this. I saw someone who lifted heavy said to do this. And we know that Insta is full of it. And that person that's really lifted heavy, probably, whatever aftermarket supplements they're doing here, right? But then they see it and they go, I should do this instead. So we have all the answers. We have to be constantly enrolling them in what's right for them, right? And what's right for them. So we're going to get some breakout groups. You're going to role play some more. And what we're going to do is with each partner, we're going to have an avatar that we're going to go over, and you're going to try and talk to them about their training and explain to them how that works. After we do each one, we'll rotate. The first avatar we're going to have is a new person coming in for the first time, right? Start of the year, first time. They want weight loss. They want body comp, right? I want you to explain how your fitness and functional training part here in the program design works for them versus other training tools they could be doing, right? So we're going to have a bit of a straw man argument on some of them. Of course, that's what we do. But why would fitness be better for them than going running with their friends? Why would that be better for them than, say, just bodybuilding? Why would that be better for them if they want weight loss and body comp than doing all Olympic weightlifting all the time, right? Why would that be better for them than doing 500 rep workouts, like these Beachbody 500,000 rep workouts that are out there? Why would this be better for them than that? How does that work? Both on the kind of strengthening side we do and on the conditioning side, where we're looking mainly for them to keep workouts sustainable there and to get movement mastery. So I want you to explain that training to them and then rotate. The second one is people coming back after time off, right? So they've been a member, they know the movements-ish. Explain to them the difference between fitness and performance and how they can change those parts as needed and how to navigate through them. And what I mean is that, let's say you have someone, they've been training with you for 2-3 years. They can do power cleans. They can snatch some. They can play the game. They're not going to the games or Wadapalooza, but they can play around. They've done a throwdown. They've done some stuff. They've been off for a few months. And they're going to feel like if they don't do RX every day, what? That they failed, right? They go, I stink. I stink. They don't push back like our avatar Jeff at the start going, your training sucks. They put it on them and they go, I stink. I can't do this anymore. Right? So how do we help them see that, oh, some days you can just do fitness and it's fine. You showed up, you did it. Hey, these movements you can do pretty well. This would be a good day to choose performance, so that you're not locked into any part, that they're fluid. They're not hard and fast levels. We call it farm, not school. Meaning farming, when in school, you're either in 5th grade or you're in 6th grade, right? You don't jump around. You're not like, I'm in 8th grade today. This is awesome. I'm going to prom. Right, if you have prom in 8th grade. But then farm means when it's ready, right? If it needs another week, it keeps growing. You keep watering it. Right? So that's the approach we take with our level-based tiers here. When people are ready and what's right for them is always what we focus on. So how do you help them understand that to where they don't feel like, oh, I stink, but this is actually going to be what's best for you to get where you're doing this training relative to your goals every day. Okay? The next would be people who really want to get ready for the Open, and they're wanting to go RX in the Open this year. Last year they almost did. They didn't quite do the handstand walk, right? And they need to stay with performance and maybe even some sport training where applicable. Have that conversation with each other. And what are the obstacles that come up? Some days they're going to get their butt kicked, right? Some days they won't be able to do stuff. Well, their goal is to be able to go RX in the Open. So are some of those workouts really hard in the Open? Yeah, you bet they are, right? They're very challenging. So have that conversation with them and help get them in front of it that, hey, today, and might even be when you're giving the whiteboard discussion, hey, today's workout is this and handstand push-ups, and I know this can be hard for whose handstand push-ups are really challenging for them. Us. Okay, good. If you're wanting to go RX in the Open, this is a day I really want you to try and do them. Now, you might come in last. Is that okay? Yeah, cool. We're training today. Take them through the steps to that end point that now doing those handstand push-ups helps them be able to go RX in the Open if that's their goal. Right? I don't have a value of their goal being better or worse, wanting body composition or wanting to compete. That's their goal. They're in your facility to help do that. And for your coaching, our job is to help coach them to where they need to be and for what they want to be doing. Finally, this is someone that maybe you only have a couple in your gym. They can be headaches potentially. They can also be a lot of fun. People who have been consistent and they want to move up the leaderboard in the Open. They're going, hey, I was at 300th last year. I want to crack top 100. Okay, right? It's serious time now. So if they want to move up the leaderboard, they should be following sport programming or potentially doing the competitors training add-on. So what does that look like for them when they're training? Do they have the time structured to be able to do the extra training piece or not? That's something they can do. That's something that they're not able to do lifestyle-wise or training-wise, or are they dialed in? And how do they need to read the workouts? What things should they be ready for coming into their training today to do that? Okay, so that is our coaches development course. You're going to avatar and role play through those. So there's a lot of role playing, a lot of coaching, and really getting to know people. And that's what we're talking about in December, is getting everyone ready for 2019, that they are ready to have a great year mentally and physically. We're going to combine those two and have an awesome time. That starts with getting to know everyone, helping them have master of basic movements. They can do the common uncommonly well, and the uncommon commonly well, I guess. I don't know. They can do those parts really well. And then finally, that how do we help them understand the different training tiers that you offer, and that it's all the same part. We all get to the same end result that we're looking for, but there's different ways that we mash up the recipe to help them get there faster. Okay, guys, have a great coaches meeting this month, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks.